Righto Belinda, so we're going to actually start spraying out this block here, and I'll show you how to mark out using the drone itself. So we're targeting castor oil and pretty much everything in this block. Same time we're trying not to hit any of the cane here, which is definitely a bonus. So Lucius is actually going to mark it out, and so we're going to go into mapping, as you can see here, just like we normally do. But this time we're going to select the drone as the mapping device itself, and it's just a matter of pressing up in the top right hand corner there. You'll see that remote controller in the top right hand corner, so press that loose, and then we're going to select the drone as the mapping device. Yeah, so if it does that, it's because it's still currently in an operation, so we just terminate the previous operation, go back in, select the drone as the mapping device, and now the drone itself is the mapping device. So if we just, yep, righto, so Lucia's going to take off with it. We're not producing a high definition image of the field or anything, we're just using the drone to mark out the boundary points. So if you can get the drone around it, you'll be safe to fly within the parameters of it. So currently, yep, righto, and then on the top corner here, you have the L3 button, and that's what we're aiming to press to mark a point. And R3 is to remove a point. And maybe turn the volume up there, Lush, just so we can hear it. It's best to have your volume turned up as well for this, so you can hear that she's giving you confirmation she has actually marked a point.
Add point.
Add point, just like that. Yep. And now if he moves forward, there is an auto mark feature as well, but for the first couple of points, we'll just mark them in manually. Yep, so you can see Lucius is using his camera there as a reference to go around the trees and that here. Yep, so if you're marking around them as obstacles, you change your function from field boundary to obstacle.
Add point.
Yep, so he's currently adding points. Now, you'll see down in the bottom right hand corner here, you can see the points that's been added.
Add point.
And if we will just enlarge that, Lush, just enlarge it, show the map, the full screen of the map, and zoom out a bit. Yep. Yeah, so you can see there he's added the points using the drone itself. Righto, Lush. Now maybe we'll turn on auto marking to show and demonstrate that. So he's just turned auto marking on, which is above field boundary there. And now the drone will start to drop points out behind it as it goes. Is that a kangaroo?
Probably.
Yep. Yeah. The only risk with auto marking though is if you fly under some branches from one side to the other, it will drop a point on either side, and the branch is at risk of being inside the job. So if there are branches overhanging the field, make sure you fly around them. Yep, so you can see he's right on the edge of the field there. And you want to be careful too that you don't drop out of range. If you drop out of range, you have to approach the drone with the controller to get it to reconnect. Otherwise the drone will go into a hover. Another thing worth mentioning as well while you're doing this is if you happen to run out of batteries, you can actually put the drone down, put some new batteries in it, or you could even fly it back and put some new batteries in it. And as long as you don't hard reset it, you're good to continue doing the map. So sometimes we'll get in a buggy and we'll fly behind the drone in a buggy or in a vehicle, and the passenger will do the mapping and just fly around the edges of the parameters. And it's a good way of marking out your field while maintaining the correct distance from the drone. That way you don't lose communications. And you just throw a couple of extra sets of batteries in the back and you're good to go. Righto, so he's back here now. And that's using both visual references, so you should be able to maintain line of sight with the drone, and also using the camera as a reference as well. So if you just swipe down from the top there, show them how you move the camera around there, Lush, too. So you can use it to pinpoint the corners of fields and stuff like that, just by doing that as well. Now if you press auto close, we'll close that field up. You happy with that, Lush?
Area closed.
Yeah.
Yep. Now let's bring up the map and we'll show you the map that we've just created. Yeah, so like we said there before, we created some manual points and then we changed it to auto marking, and yeah, created the rest using auto marking. So you can use a variety of different methods to do it. Now, if there are obstacles in there, you can change it to obstacle function in here. So just press it loose and bring him up. Yeah, and then you could go in there and fly your drone around the obstacles, marking out around the obstacles as well, which is a pretty good way to do it, because if you can get the drone around it, you know you're going to be safe to operate. Are you going to put some obstacles in? Yep. Righto, so Lucius is going to put a couple of obstacles in here. And normally we go 10 meters off the obstacle in all dimensions around it. So you don't want to just box them in if you can help it. Give it plenty of room.
Failed. Add point.
Yep, and if you're hovering, so say if you're moving with the drone as well, and you try to mark a point, it won't allow you to mark a point. You have to come to a stationary hover when you're manually putting them in. If you're in automation, so if you're auto marking points, it will continually dropping points out while you're moving. But when you're manually adding the points, that is using L3, which is that button there he's currently using, you have to manually pull up and hover, and then you can add the point. She'll tell you if it failed. Point mark failed is what you're looking for if she fails. So
Point marking failed.
like that one.
Add point.
Yep. And normally I'd go further around than that. I think you're a bit close there, Lush. Yep. Belinda, when you're doing it, I'd be making sure that I am 10 meters off in all dimensions all the way around it. Yeah, don't get greedy with it. Give it plenty of space. And then, yeah, you just save the map. So we'll save that map. We'll give it a name. Yep. Righto, and then bring the drone back and we'll land him. And we're a bit of a tight spot here as well. Normally you'd have a bit more room around the drone and all the gear, but we're out of options here, so we're going to do a controlled takeoff and landing. Okay, and now if you go out of the mapping, so you go back out of the mapping, you'll see that that map has been developed. And if Lucius selects that map, and it was called oil trees, and that's it there, fully developed. And we've physically added the obstacle in. So you're not making assumptions about it. You're not allowing the drone to do all the work for you. You're manually going in with the drone and flying it around the obstacles to mark them out. And that is the safest bet for operations. Yep. And then, yeah, once he selects it, you can choose to do an offset as well. But offsetting is another video, and I'll send you a link to that. And you'll find it actually, yeah, in the playlist as well. Because, yeah, offsetting in VRTK becomes pretty essential if there's heaps of obstacles in the field. From what I understand with your operations, that may be the case. And that's it.